This is Rummy's Corner. On December 21st at the Kingdom Arena, in a heavyweight championship bout that will be available worldwide on the Zone, when Tyson Fury steps into the ring for his rematch against Oleksandr Usyk, it will be the first time Fury has ever entered a fight as a professional with an official loss on his record. With the opportunity to avenge that loss before him, Tyson Fury represents the last man standing from his era. Back in 1971, we had an unprecedented situation in heavyweight history when Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier squared off in the fight of the century. Both heavyweights were undefeated, and each had a rightful claim to call himself heavyweight champion. Frazier technically entered the ring as the undisputed champion, but Ali still held a valid claim as lineal world champion, having never previously lost that distinction inside the ring. It was a similar situation in 1988, when Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks were both undefeated, each with a rightful claim as heavyweight champion. Going into that one, Tyson was technically undisputed with all three belts of his day, but Spinks still held a rightful claim to the lineage. In 2018, we had an interesting and unprecedented situation where Anthony Joshua was the undefeated, unified IBF, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion. Deontay Wilder was the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion. And the undefeated Tyson Fury was still the rightful lineal world heavyweight champion, like Ali and Spinks before him. This was another unprecedented situation where this time we had not two, but three undefeated heavyweights, each of whom had a legitimate claim to call himself heavyweight champion. These were really exciting times, and the expectation was that we'd get a bunch of matches between the three of them, but that didn't happen. Fury and Wilder had their epic era-defining trilogy, but that was it. To date, going on 7 years, AJ never fought either of the other two. AJ suffered his first official loss when he was stopped by Andy Ruiz Jr. in a shocking upset affair. AJ rebounded from that loss and won back his unified championship in a lopsided decision win against an uninspired Ruiz in their rematch. Joshua went on to lose back-to-back fights against Usyk, and after winning 4 in a row after that, in his most recent bout, he was absolutely dominated when he was stopped by reigning IBF champion Daniel Dubois. Wilder had just one victory after the Fury trilogy, before losing back-to-back fights. First fight from a year ago last December when he was dominated in a losing decision effort against Parker, and then back in June Wilder got stopped by Big Bang Jong. The Fury-Wilder-AJ era officially began after Fury completely neutralized the potent offense of Vladimir Klitschko. That ended the Klitschko era, which lasted from approximately 2004 until that night in November 2015 when Fury dethroned Klitschko. Fury later won the rivalry with Wilder, and AJ and Wilder have since kind of fallen off. That's not to say that AJ and Wilder cannot perhaps still make a big impact in the division, perhaps even win a belt. But Wilder is now 39 years old and clearly well past his best, and AJ is likewise past his best, with neither of them any longer among the top three. There is no shame losing twice against a bona fide all-time great like Usyk, but the additional losses, particularly the recent one against Dubois, it's tough to see AJ bouncing back into top 3 consideration after that. With the recent falls of Wilder and Joshua, Fury is the last man standing from that era. Now, some may argue that Usyk is the top dog standing from that era, but as I see it, Usyk wasn't really a part of, quote, that era. Usyk is more representative of a newer era, perhaps what will ultimately be known as the start of a transitional era. When Fury, AJ, and Wilder long represented the big three in the division, Usyk was mostly competing at cruiserweight. It wasn't until he beat AJ the first time in 2021 that Usyk became a legitimate top 3 heavyweight. So Usyk wasn't really a true contemporary of the other three for the entire stretch of that era, or indeed, the majority of that era. But Usyk holds 2 wins over AJ. He already knocked out Dubois, and he now has the opportunity to beat Fury twice. That would represent the end of an era. The same way Fury previously ushered in that newer recent era after he beat Vladimir. At worst, another Usyk victory against Fury would mark Usyk as the greatest heavyweight in the post-Klitschko era, and arguably the greatest heavyweight since the great Lennox Lewis. If Fury can win the rematch, however, it would perhaps open the door for a trilogy fight against Usyk, which would be the most logical and honorable way to go. Or perhaps Fury would look in another direction, such as the winner of Dubois-Parker, which could theoretically provide Fury and the winner with a chance for undisputed. Or perhaps Fury will even have a long-awaited showdown against AJ, which would be the type of thing that could bring AJ back into a race he seemingly already lost. The greater point I'm trying to make here is, one way or another, future historians will ultimately look back at this chapter of the Usyk-Fury rivalry as a make-or-break point for an entire era. If Usyk wins, his rivalry with Fury will represent the official end of the Fury-AJ Wilder era. But if Fury can win, that era theoretically gets extended for at least one more fight. Again, in the event he wins the rematch, I personally think Fury would owe Usyk a trilogy fight. But at the same time, I can understand the appeal of wanting to instead face Dubois, or even AJ. In that sense, Tyson Fury is indeed the last man standing from his era. Will the era live to see another day? Or will Usyk put the final nail in the coffin? Whatever the future historical implications, I for one cannot wait to see the rematch between the two best heavyweights in the world today, Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury. Will it be revenge or repeat? Click the link in the description to buy the fight now, and find out worldwide December 21st on DAZN. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.